My family kicked me out of the house and took the money from my inheritance to give to my sister, and now that they're on the streets, they're asking for my help. I was the second child of my parents, and of course, I was not planned. Unlike my sister, who was not only planned, but also a girl, and according to my parents, she should be protected at all costs. This meant that my sister could do anything at home, including taking my things, my money, destroying my homework, breaking my toys, etc. Whenever I complained to my parents, they simply told me to stop being spoiled and ended up punishing me. Because of this, I got used to it, and just let everything happen. Of course, it bothered me, but my schoolmates knew about the situation and helped me by hiding the money I saved in their homes or the toys I bought. However, one of the worst things that happened due to my parents' behavior was when my grandfather passed away. Unlike my parents, my grandfather liked me a lot. I loved spending weekends at his house, and for me, he was my real father. When he passed away, he left me a significant amount of money, but more importantly, he left several properties to me. This happened during my adolescence, and I was happy that he gave me these properties since it meant that when I turned 18, I would have a place to go and finally escape from my family. However, as I was still a teenager, my family was supposed to be the legal guardians of the properties until I turned 18. But contrary to what I thought, when I turned 18, they told me they had already sold all the properties to give the money to my sister, and I couldn't do anything about it. My father is a lawyer, and if I tried to report them, they would just make up something, and nothing would happen. That said, they kicked me out of the house. It was a very difficult time in my life. I had to stay on the streets for weeks until I finally confessed my situation to a school friend, and he agreed to shelter me in his home. I had to work and give him a portion of my salary, but honestly, I am very grateful, and I know that if it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't even be here today. After that, for the first time, my life was improving. After studying hard, I managed to pass a local government exam and got a job that paid enough for me to finally move into my own house. I got a girlfriend, got promoted at work, and so far, my life was perfect. Until one day, I heard the doorbell. My girlfriend was out of state for work, so I didn't know who could be visiting me, and to my surprise, when I opened the door, it was my family. I hadn't seen them since I was kicked out of the house, so it was definitely a surprise. Before I could say anything, they told me I should give them about $5,000. After recovering from the shock, I asked why I should do that, and they said I should give it because it was my duty. After hearing that, I just laughed and tried to close the door, leaving them talking alone. But my father noticed and changed his tone, saying that they needed my help. They said they had no more money, and due to my sister's excessive spending, they had to sell the house to pay off debts. They were asking me for $5,000 because, according to them, they were going to move to one of the houses my grandfather left for me, but they didn't have money for the trip. I told them that these houses were rightfully mine, and I would never help them, and they should leave immediately from in front of my house before I called the police. After a lot of discussion, and after I took out my phone and typed the police number in front of them, they left. However, what they don't know is that now that I know my houses were never sold and it was just their lie, I will sue them and take everything back. I know they probably still have all the houses, so I will take all of them. They will surely be angry when they find out that I will sue them, but I simply don't care, and I don't mind if they end up on the streets. My lawyer will serve the lawsuit notice tomorrow, and when they find out, I will update everyone. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.